Google Ads for mobile detailing business can be extremely profitable. And I just wanted to show you in this video a client of ours who has been running a Google ad campaign for his detailing company. Over the past 3-4 months, his results, our exact setup, the way that we structure everything from his landing page to his Google ad account, what kind of results he's seeing. So you can sort of copy the same thing and get very similar results. So just to start, this is his ad campaign right now. Over the last 30 days, he's spending only $10 a day just because he's getting such great results that he hasn't needed to raise his budget. So he's at $10 a day, and in the last 30 days, he spent $296, as you can see over here, with a conversion rate of 24% and 47 leads. Okay, so $6.30 per lead. So per phone call or form submission on his website. And these numbers are amazing. If you can get numbers like this, you're going to be extremely profitable, especially if you're in the mobile detailing business. You're going to be extraordinarily profitable. And I'll do a breakdown at the end of this just to kind of show you how these numbers make sense and why this number is so great. So the first thing that I wanted to go over was the landing page, the website landing page. It's one of the most important aspects of your ad, and a lot of people get this wrong. They just throw an ad to their homepage or to a page that is just not like optimized for conversions. And so we like to follow a very similar structure for all of our clients across different industries. And I'll just give you a quick walkthrough of what this sort of looks like. So right at the top, as you can see on the header over here, we have no traditional menus, so you can't click anywhere else. There's no place for the potential lead to get distracted and click on like an About Us page or something else. If someone is doing a search for mobile detailing or auto detailing, interior detailing, whatever it is, they already know what they want, and they want to get in touch. They want a quote. They want the job done. 30% of people that do a Google search for a local service end up booking within 1 day. So these are very warm leads. They don't need to read anything else. They know what they want. If you can explain what you do and that your service is relevant to what they're looking for, they're gonna book with you. Chances are, or fill out a form submission or give you a phone call. And so, again, at the top, we don't do any sort of navigation links. We keep it really simple. There's a button that when they call, and we track this as well, that if they call, they'll be tracked as a conversion on Google Ads, and there's nothing else. Right in the hero section, we have, again, the keywords pertaining to the service, so auto detailing company, where they're serving, the fact that they're mobile as well right at the top, and a form submission to get in touch for a free quote. As you scroll down a little bit, we have different sort of elements, trust signals, reviews, a little bit about what they do. Every single button here, though, goes back up to it's an anchor link that jumps right back up to the form. And so they can either, like I said, fill out a form or make a phone call, but they never leave this page. And as they go down, there's just a little bit more. And again, there's just call to actions everywhere, a little bit more about their services, images of the client's work. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, again, it's the same thing. If you click on this button, it jumps right to the top where you could fill out a form or you just give them a call. And this is from our experience and from my experience, the best way to design and structure a landing page. You want to keep it super focused on the service that you're offering. You want to remove all sorts of distractions and navigation links so they can't really click anywhere else, especially if it's for a service that is, service that's common, that's searched for, like, auto detailing. If you were selling something that was very hyper niche and hyper specific, then maybe you would take a different route than this. But generally speaking, 90% of the time for local service, this is the way that you want to structure your landing pages. So on the Google ad side, what we typically do with campaigns is we create ad groups based on the way that people are searching for these services. So again, this is in the last 30 days. So I'll give you a breakdown of how this all looks based on, how people are searching. So we have a base group that we create initially that we use to just gather a lot of different keyword data. So this is more broad, targeting a lot of different things. And then once we have that keyword data over a month or two, then we could start breaking things down. We've worked with lots of detailers, so we know the number one ways that people are actually searching for these services, but we still create this ad group anyways just to capture more data. So interior detailing, mobile detailing, car detailer, auto detailing. There's a difference between people that are searching for the keywords car detailing and auto detailing. So we just like to break that out and be as specific as possible. And I'll show you what that means. But just so you can see, when we're specific with certain search terms, you can see the conversion rate, increase significantly, especially on the mobile detailing side. So 41% conversion rate for the ad group mobile detailing. And just to kind of show you what this looks like on the inside, we're targeting exact and phrase match keywords that include the word mobile in it. Okay, so and then on the ad side of this, click on ads. It all, we use the word mobile pretty much everywhere on the headlines, on the ad description, and you want to try and make it as relevant as possible to the way that people are actually searching for it. So that's why we create these different ad groups. We typically do that once we have data, but we know how people are searching for detailing services because we've done it for so many different detailing clients now. This is typically going to give you your best setup: interior detailing, mobile detailing, car detailer, auto detailer, and then you want to make some with the cities that you serve as well. So one thing that's really important to note is that your campaign is not going to be as good in the beginning just because Google needs more data. You need more time. You need to let the campaigns optimize. So this client was working with another agency previously, and then he came to us and started working with us. I believe he was getting a cost per lead of about 40 or 50 with his previous company. And with us, as soon as we launched the campaign, it was significantly better because he still had a lot of data. We just set things up right. So he started getting cost at about $9, $10 a lead, which is still great. Okay, this was from June 1st to June 30th, and now we're in September. But again, if you go to the last 30 days, his cost per lead has come down from $10 to $6, which might not seem like much, but it's nearly 40%, a 40% decrease in cost per conversion over the course of about 2-3 months as we, optimize things, as we just continue to run the campaign, build more data, get more conversions, and Google can, optimize and continue to get better. So there's a bit more that goes into it, like looking at your search terms, reviewing negative keywords. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this video, but I will make another video on how we actually look at that, what search terms we want to, use as negatives, and different sort of tweaks that we do where maybe we don't want to show the landing page on desktops because it converts significantly better on mobile phones, and we just want to keep it on mobile. So there's little things like that we do over the course of running the ad campaign that I'll cover in another video. The next thing is, so we have an app that all of our clients use where they can see their leads. So I just wanted to share this to kind of show how many leads are actually coming in. This is just form submissions in the past 7 days alone on a $10 a day budget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all real leads that need work. We track, the keywords that they're using. This is all in the last month, 30, 40 leads. We use CallRail as well. You don't have to use CallRail. You can use Google call tracking, but you do want to track phone calls as conversions. So whether you use CallRail or you use Google's own built-in call tracking, that's entirely up to you. We like to use CallRail. Most of our clients use it. And you can see the keywords that they're typing in. You can see all the calls that came in, how long the calls were. And then lastly, as far as the numbers, so 47 leads came in the past 30 days at $6 a lead $296 spent in total. Let's say your average ticket, if you're a mobile detailer, is $175 and you close only 10%, which is way below average. The average is 30 to 40% from Google Ads. You spent 296 to make $875. That's great. That's a great return. But if you were at 25% close rate, which is still below average, that's a touch under $2,000, not including upsells. Like if you were to sell ceramic coating or you get a referral for another car, whatever the case is, that's nearly 10 times your money if you were below average. So the math typically always works in the long run. The thing that you have to, really understand is that, again, like I said, your campaign is not going to be as good as it can in the first or even the second month. It does take time, but once you get it to this point, it literally is a money printer for you. You need to be able to answer calls when they come in. This client hasn't increased his ad budget just because he can't handle increased capacity right now. 47 leads. I think he has just a couple of people working for him. But as you grow, as you scale, this is something that can become very, very scalable, especially at these numbers. If you have any questions or if you need any help setting up your campaign, we can do it for you. We've worked with countless detailers now, and we've gotten very, very similar results just like this for, the detailers that we work with. As far as like your cost per conversion, there's different factors that play into it beside how much data you have in your campaign, where you're actually located, the actual search volume in your area. If you're in a less populated area, you may not have as much search volume, but typically there's going to be more than enough where if you're creating ad groups and you're targeting things based on your services and the way that people are actually searching for them, you're going to do good. You're going to do very well. So if you guys have any questions, just reach out. Other than that, I hope this was helpful. Thank you. Bye.